Today I'm building a complete Wish.com streaming setup. A few months ago I made a similar video, however I bought a lot of stuff on Amazon because it wasn't really that present on Wish. A perfect example is a monitor. All monitors on Wish are up-priced scams. However, for this video every single piece except for the PC is from Wish.com. This is the heaviest desk package I've ever ordered. The last part we can't miss in this setup is the Wish.com chair from the previous video. I didn't buy one again, mainly because the final verdict was pretty simple. It's absolutely not a comfortable chair. All the parts are very wobbly, and on top of that you can buy the exact same chair on Amazon for less than I bought it on Wish. Now I spent lots of money on building these setups, and for example this Wish.com chair, which is pretty expensive, and none of that would be possible without having sponsors, which is why this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a mobile turn-based battle MMORPG with over 600 champions to collect, each having its own backstory and a completely unique set of skills. The possible team combinations are endless, and there are countless tactics to master as you take on raid bosses, dungeons, campaigns, and even PvP arena battles. What I like about these champions is how you can really be part of their story by upgrading them while playing. Look at this low-level champion getting crushed by a dragon. After playing for a while we can upgrade the champion and boom, now the dragon is getting destroyed. In your face, dragon. Now, Raid has added a ton of exciting things to do in the game. There is the Doom Tower game mode where you can battle through 120 levels of exciting challenges and bosses. There is the giant legendary Hydra clan boss. This is one of the toughest in the game, so be careful. And then there is the new addition, the Ultimate Death Knight. You can get this character completely for free just by logging in and playing Raid Shadow Legends daily for 1 week. Now, this Ultimate Death Knight event is between now and then October 27th, 2020. You can also use the promo code DKRISES to get a bunch of free items to instantly level up your favorite champion to level 50 and 5-star Ascension. Also, this month the Iron Twin Fortress dungeon is unlocked, and if you're able to take down the Iron Twins, you can obtain a super strong mechanic called Awakening. If you want to try Raid Shadow Legends, new players can scan the QR code on the screen. You will get a free starter pack worth almost $30. You will get a free champion called Tyrell, and the rest of this awesome loot to get you started. Keep in mind that the rewards will be in your inventory for only 30 days, and I will see you on the battlefield. I am not giving up my mission of finding useful setup stuff on Wish. Now it looks like they shipped a box in a box. I am really curious. Okay, now this desk has a pretty weird shape. I kinda like this layout because there's gonna be 2 cable holes. There's even a part left out there which is gonna be at the back, and that's gonna be for the cables of the monitor that's gonna come here to go behind the desk. These are one of the thickest screws I've ever seen. Now there's another box that also came with it. This is a mouse pad that's for the whole desk. Now I'm really looking forward to seeing the end result of this. It's definitely gonna be a gaming themed desk. So let's take a look at the manual. We have to start with adding these little rubbers to the bottom of the stands. Then one of these plastic covers goes over the leg, and then I assume it clicks in the bottom. Now, I have to be honest, if you compare this desk to, for example, the white desk I bought from Amazon in the first episode of my complete Amazon streaming setup series, that desk was very fragile, and if you compare it to this desk here, this is built like a truck. By the way, there is so much stuff I bought from Wish. We are absolutely gonna find some gems between all this stuff. We are going to be able to make a very clean setup. Now, it looks like the price of this desk was $199, but I'm pretty sure I can find a very similar desk on Amazon that will be cheaper. Now, I don't fully remember everything I bought, but what I do know is that I bought a lot of exciting stuff, much more exciting stuff than in my previous Wish video. And look at this. Now, you might think that this is a microphone arm or a webcam arm or anything like that, but it isn't, because I think I do remember what this package is, and I wasn't really planning on buying this in the first place, but since I got so many comments of people who said that I should buy all my gear on Wish instead of buying some stuff on Amazon, because as I explained before, I bought a monitor on Amazon the previous time. Well, this is what happens when you buy a monitor on Wish. Now, I did buy another monitor. I did buy this on Wish too. There's also only a few of those on Wish, but these type of monitors, well, Wish is filled with these. And since we're buying a streaming setup, I have an awesome idea for this, because together with this arm here, I want to use this as a monitor to watch your chat on. Now, it looks like this arm is much longer than expected. I'm not sure what the best position for this will be, but I am going to attach it right here for now. Now, with this arm comes a clip like this, which is actually meant for like tablets and stuff. stuff. Maybe we can try it like this. Now we should be able to push it here on this ball head. Then I can tighten this. And look at this, we've got our chat monitor. This is actually a lot of fun. Now the next thing here, I checked out everything before and I did make like little drawings or text on it. So I think it's one of those aesthetically pleasing macro devices that you sometimes see on Amazon or like on Instagram in people's builds. And it is, look at this. Oh, and the sound is satisfying too. So it comes with a micro USB cable, you plug it in. Whoa, this looks so good. I will let you see in a bit more detail. Look at this, this is so aesthetically pleasing. So I'm checking the price of these things. So this monitor is 10-inch and the price of this was $52. So I mean, if you're looking for a second monitor just for your stream chat, and then this macro device here, $15. And as I've mentioned before, especially for stuff like this, I will look for alternatives on Amazon because, well, you will get faster shipping, your purchase will be more secure. This is absolutely amazing. And as you can see, you can also choose to connect it like this instead of like this, which will be perfect for this setup. So now, what should we check out next? By the way, I'm gonna use these panels. I'm gonna hang them up in my room. And I am going to test a before and after of the acoustics in this room so you can hear if these sound panels actually help you for being more clear on stream and having less echo. I have no idea what's in this plastic bag, and I think it is a microphone. Now, where is the mic itself? Ooh, here it is. We can already take a look at it. Now, this looks a lot like another microphone I've already tested called the Sudotech ST800, which was one of the best microphones I did test. Well, one of the best budget microphones that comes in one of these packages with everything included. But I am going to put it on the side for a second. Now, by the look of it, all of these things are for cable management. I don't really know what I ordered. As I said before, it's Wish, so all of this stuff was ordered like 2 months ago. And I think this was dirt cheap as well. And look at how many we're getting. So these are all cable binders. So we can just wrap this around. Stuff like this is what you don't really think of when you buy a setup. But these are the things that make you able to build a clean setup that won't break down like 1 or 2 days after you're finished building it. The total price for all of these cable binders, which by the way must be like 30 of them, was $2. Now this big cable binder is something I see on Amazon a lot too, and I think this is gonna be perfect to put right here, and then that way you can really cleanly organize all your cables on your desk. They will not move. These are even more things like what? You could stick one over here. These are very sturdy, and then you could take any cable and then just push it in between there, over here. This is extremely satisfying for me. I don't know about you. So again, if you want to use any of this cable management stuff, I will check all of this on Amazon and I will put links in the description. This is a big LED light, and then this is a small LED light, so I chose to install 2. It does look like a very cool light, and it also comes with a stand included. This LED light is more aesthetically pleasing than all the other ones I've tested before. It does have a very old style on and off button. I assume it's not gonna come with an app. So this is the ball head that comes with it. You attach it to the stand or to a desk stand if you have that, and then you can just attach the light to that. Oh, there we go. And I assume there are no brightness options. Now I did forget that there's a remote, so we're definitely gonna need that. Of course, it comes without batteries. And so there are a few buttons on there. We can turn it off, turn it on. So if you keep pressing the down button, it does become less bright. And then the CT stands for color temperature. So I hope you'll see it in the video, but if I press color temperature down and I keep pressing it, it becomes more and more yellow. And I think this is definitely gonna be a decent light. It's pretty bright. I'm quickly going to unbox the small one, and it looks like it's extremely small. I don't think the pictures did make it look this tiny, but hey. Now let's quickly test how strong this is. Oh, there is a battery inside. Okay, so it does come with this flat battery. You can just push it in, and there we go. Now it lights up. No, that's pretty bright. Oh, it gets more. Whoa. That's very impressive, to be honest. This is more bright than the other light. Now, the reason could be that it comes with a very crappy diffuser. I wouldn't really call this a diffuser. It also comes with another cap. This makes the light orange, and it's magnetic, which feels really satisfying. Like, boom, it just clips on. We can take the other color then that you're not using and clip it on the back. And I have to be honest, if you look at my face and then I turn this to me and the way, you will definitely see a big difference. So I'm really curious what the price of this light was. So let's see, that light there was $58, and then this really small light was $16. In my previous Wish.com setup, I bought 2 LED panels from Amazon, which, well, people were flaming me for because it wasn't from Wish, but that package, I think it was about $30, and it was really good. It came with 2 LED panels, they came with a stand, they were very bright, and if you're looking for a budget option, I would buy those lights. And well, if you're looking for kind of a pocket light, this is an amazing option. Now, the next stuff I bought is a keyboard and mouse combo and then a headset. Now, in my previous Wish.com video, I also bought a keyboard and mouse combo, but it was extremely cheap and it came broken in the box. It was really crappy in general. Let's hope that this is better because it was more expensive. The combo of these costed $40. Previous one I bought was like $8. This mouse definitely has a bit of a stronger build. It does have the same feel and look as the previous one in terms of the shape. Now, what I'm really curious for is how the keyboard will be. It's already heavier, that I can say. Now, it looks very robust, although it does feel kind of cheap. Yeah, the keyboard feels pretty cheap too. I'm not sure if you're buying something like this from Wish, if it's worth to buy something more expensive, because most of the times they're just upping the price to, well, in this scenario, I got bamboozled because I thought it was gonna be higher quality. It's definitely not worth $40, but it is completely intact, which already is a plus on Wish.com. Now, next, I also bought a headset. This looks kind of good. Now, does it feel cheap? Yes, sir. Let's see how it feels on my giant head. Oh, I still have room on the top. Now, big props for the wearing comfort, because this uses the same technique as my Arctis 7. This here, the SteelSeries Arctis 7. This is the most comfortable headset I've ever worn, because the top here doesn't touch your head, because the only thing that's touching your head is the elastic. It's the same thing with this headset. Now, as the PC, I have a perfect edition for this setup. This is the only thing I didn't find on Wish.com, a pre-built PC. You can order the parts, but that's for another Wish.com video. If you want to see me build a PC from them, tell me in the comments, because I'm not sure if people want to see that. But this PC here is from a Chinese pre-built brand. It is called Skytech, and I've used this PC in my Amazon setup build, I think episode 2. And this lighting strip of the case, as well as the power button on top, is red, which will fit perfectly with this desk here, and also with the chair that I'm gonna add later. So this will be perfect for this setup. Now, I mentioned this before, but people were absolutely flaming me in my previous Wish.com build because I didn't buy a monitor on Wish, I bought it on Amazon. I did it because you can't really get a deal on a monitor on Wish, which is why I bought this tiny one here for the chat, which is gonna be absolutely amazing. However, you can buy a legit brand monitor, for example, from LG on Wish. You just have to pay more for it than on Amazon. This here is for the stand. You just push it in like this and then connect it to your monitor. We can tighten it on the bottom. Now, I did buy a monitor arm to connect to this desk, but I want to test the stand here and I'm gonna test the monitor arm later. So there we go. This seems to be a legit monitor. Oh, I certainly hope so, because the price, let me check it. Now, the price was $189, and it looks like I wrote down it was a 22-inch monitor. Now, this looks to be 24-inch. I'm gonna check out the link where I bought it. As you can see, it does say 21.5-inch in the title, so they just sent me a completely different monitor. Oops. Okay, so all of these panels were $21, and besides these panels, I also bought a lot of bass traps. You basically put it in the corner of a room, and then because of this, all the sound waves of your voice that would go to a corner and then bounce around there and then be launched back into your room, maybe into your microphone. That kind of stuff doesn't happen because all the corners are sound dampened with these bass traps. They trap the bass. And then these pretty well-known sound panels, some people use this for the looks, but what this does is kind of the same thing. Now, I did buy double-sided tape from Wish to connect the panels to the wall. However, in my previous setup build, I bought cheap double-sided tape, and as you can see, it wasn't removable at all. So in order to not have this here happening again when attaching these panels all across my room, I am going to use something called command strips. Now, looking at this whole room, I have two things to say about the soundproofing. First of all, look at the bass straps, they are absolute trash. The panels themselves, they are absolutely fine. The second thing I have to say is that this design is really ugly. Like, I should have thought about this before starting to hang them on the wall. However, it's a bit late for that now. Alright, it is time for a new sound test with all these panels. You can see them behind me. This is a sound test. That was so dry. This is a test of the echo in my room. And this is a test after applying all the sound panels and the bass straps around my room. Actually, it feels like there's quite a bit of a difference. However, I'm not sure if you will be noticing it in the recording. Now, I'm gonna take this Wish.com chair. This is from the previous video. I was not gonna buy it again since, well, they're pretty much all the same. The desk here does look amazing and you can buy it on Wish. This is the second desk of this type that I bought on Wish. They do arrive and they are in great shape. However, again, it is cheaper on Amazon. I'm gonna link a few options in the description. But look at the combination of this here. The red and black of the desk, the red and black of the chair. The PC itself has red LED strips too. So this setup just synergizes perfectly. Look at that. I'm quickly gonna log in on the PC. This is just amazing. Now, we do have some interesting stuff left to unbox. Ooh, and I just saw that I put my microphone next to the setup. I did indeed mention we were gonna unbox it later, so that's definitely the case. Now, this here is the webcam I ordered. The price of this webcam was $22, which is pretty common for a very budget webcam. Let's take a look at it. This is the first time I've seen this. It comes with a tiny tripod stand, so you could put it somewhere like this. So the webcam does look pretty good. Now, we obviously want to know the quality of the camera instead of how it looks, and we're gonna test that a bit later. This here is a pretty big box with a lot of content, and it is a monitor arm. I do see a very big amount of screws. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I hate this. It's a dual monitor arm. That was not really the plan. Now, I'm not gonna bore you with the whole building process. What I can tell you is that for $25, I feel like this is a decent deal. There are a few things where you do notice that it's a pretty cheap product. For example, bad instructions. The manual is for a single monitor arm. They use the same one for all their arms. The plates of the arm also screw directly into the monitor on the back. Usually there's a second plate and that one shoves onto it so that you can take your monitor off if you want. So I'm quickly gonna tighten the arm here on the bottom. Now, I quickly connected everything here. The little monitor fits on the monitor arm, which is amazing. Look at it from the front. This looks much better than I would have expected. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna switch the position of them, and that way I can lengthen the arm on the back to make it kinda in the middle, or actually perfectly in the middle. And then we can just put the little monitor next to it. Now, since we don't need this desk arm for the little monitor because we can use this monitor arm, we are going to be able to use it to carry the LED light. This monitor only worked with HDMI, so I have a really long HDMI cable. I have a second one for this monitor. And so for this kind of stuff, we can use the cable management things that we ordered from Wish and that you can get pretty much anywhere. So this strip can already hold the cable right here. I'm also going to apply some of these cable management clips that we checked out before. Now look at how clean all of this looks. All the cables tied to the monitor arm and then cleanly routed through the clips that we bought separately. This whole setup, to which, by the way, we still need to add the microphone, but this whole setup already looks very clean. However, we do need our microphone first, which is really interesting because sometimes I do find a good microphone on Wish. This is a USB cable and that's a really good sign. That means that there is some kind of audio interface inside of the microphone, which usually means that it will sound better than some other really cheap mics. As usual in these kits, a shock damper, the microphone arm itself, and I'm gonna connect the mic over there from now, so we can finally test out the webcam, the light, and the microphone together, which is gonna be exciting. We're gonna listen to the microphone with this headset, which I also still gotta test because this is probably gonna be a very crappy one. Oh, is this monitor playing? So this monitor has speakers. Okay, so I changed it to these headsets now. That's actually not that bad. It sounds very decent. So it was $12, which, to be fair, for $12, I just can't complain about this. It sounds decent, there is some bass. Now this should be a test of this headset mic. I'm quickly gonna listen to it for $12. And then this is a test of the USB microphone. Now I am hearing it in my headphones and it definitely sounds pretty good. It really makes me think of the Pseudotech SD800, which is also a pretty good microphone. I mentioned that it looked like it. It also kind of sounds like it. The Pseudotech SD800 is available on Amazon. It sounds even better than this one. I will link it in the description. And now we gotta see what the webcam looks like. By the way, this monitor is absolute garbage. I mean, this is definitely not 1080p quality. I can barely read the text that's on it. This monitor looks better than this one. Now, before we check out the quality of the webcam, take a look at this chat. This is absolutely amazing. It's so cool to be streaming right here and then read your chat here. I can use a really aesthetically pleasing keyboard here to switch my scenes, which is also amazing. Not as amazing as this chat monitor, however. And now if we look at this webcam, webcam, I think we can conclude that it's absolutely not worth the price, even though it was only $22. There will be a playlist with all my other setup builds right there. A lot of people love them. The total price of all the gear I bought was $751. If you want to start streaming, don't forget that I do have a Skillshare course which you can watch for free. You can click the link in the description, get 1 month for free, and then you can just cancel after watching the course. Have a nice day.